No, Gabriella, that is your annual stipend, so you're owed double that. Like I said, I'll have Dennis deposit the money this afternoon. Now, can I get you to focus on the important things, like saving the world? I put the phone back on speaker and set it in the cup holder. I leaned back, keeping an eye on the front door of the bar. My intel said that the skip was inside and unlikely to leave until daylight, so I wasn't in much of a rush. Go ahead, Harker, spill it. What's so damned important? I thought we were just hunting down your haughty angel's wings. Yeah, it got more complicated, he said. Lucifer's involved, and he's taken Uriel, one of the other archangels, to hell. If he kills Uriel while they're on a divine plane, he can take up Uriel's mantle and become an archangel again. Then Lucifer will be able to get back into heaven at will. I'm guessing you can see how that ends poorly for most of the known universe. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. So, are we off Operation Wingy Dingy now and back on the Save the World train? I asked. Not yet. We need to figure out how to get to hell. I've told you to go to hell a lot. You should have listened. Funny. Anyway, Luke and Dennis, along with Cialtiel, are trying to figure out how to get us across the planar divide without the requisite dying. Until they get that figured out, we're still working on the idea that the more archangels we have at our side when we storm the gates of hell, the better. Makes sense. I'll get right on finding Ragu as soon as I'm done here. Raguel, Harker corrected. Gesundheit. I hung up the phone, laughing. It was petty, and I knew it, but he was just an infuriating son of a bitch. He had it all. Looks and a girlfriend that I would just love to get alone for an hour or 10. I shoved the thoughts of Harker and his haughty aside and refocused on the target at hand. I swiped and tapped at my phone for a couple seconds, and a picture appeared. James Monroe Blackheart Burris was a big guy, 6'3" according to his mugshot, with a dark ponytail showing a little gray and a salt-and-pepper goatee. Tattoos all over his arms and creeping up from under his shirt to peek out under the neck of his T-shirt. According to my surveillance, he favored black T-shirts, often with a Harley logo, jeans, engineer boots, a chain wallet, and a leather jacket with his Sons of Hell cut on the back of it. You know, just the kind of guy you want to take home to Mama. If Mama was a psychopath. I swiped across the screen, and my motivation for this job popped up on the screen. Tanisha Cooper Burris, estranged wife of the asshole currently sitting in a biker bar with his hand on a 20-year-old waitress's ass, while Tanisha sat home worrying about losing her condo if this dickhole failed to appear in court in 3 days. In Chicago. In Illinois, where Blackheart Burris was supposed to remain until such time as he faced trial for armed robbery, according to the terms of his bail. So while his wife worked 2 jobs to keep his 4-year-old daughter clothed and fed, Blackheart yucked it up across state lines with some of his Sons of Hell buddies from another chapter. He'd been hanging around St. Louis for about a week before I caught wind of him, and I'd had eyes on the clubhouse for a couple days now. It was your typical biker bar, dingy, well-armed, shitload of David Allan Coe on the jukebox, and next to no police presence in the surrounding blocks. I got out of the toaster and walked around to the back doors. Pulling them open, I flipped the back seats down, yanked the headrests off, and lifted the inside edge of each seat, then hooked it to the wall. That turned the back of the Element into essentially a small panel van. I opened the toolbox I had bolted to the floor and took out my Sig Sauer P320. I clipped the holster to the inside of my jeans and slipped the pistol home in the front of my jeans. I pulled on a loose black hoodie, dropped the front of the sweatshirt down over the butt of the gun, and grabbed 2 pair of zip cuffs out of the box. Not for the first time, I wondered how badly my little toy box would be received in a traffic stop, and vowed to obey more speed limits and road signs in the future. I closed the doors of the toaster, took my hair down out of the ponytail I usually wore, and used my reflection in the rear windows of the car to slut up my lipstick and poof my hair a little. I thanked Ema for the thick black hair her Romany heritage blessed me with, and put a lot more strut into my walk than normal, then headed toward the front door of the club. I was halfway there when I realized I'd left my phone sitting in the cup holder. Oh well, it's not like there was anybody I could call to bail my ass out if I got in over my head anyway.